What's up, guys? I want to talk to you about getting better at guitar. Just some straightforward concepts for getting better at anything, really. But first, I have a couple of announcements. The tune I just played was a tune of mine, and it's going to be on the new record that I have coming out, which I'm really excited about it. I've been working on it for a while. We just finished mixing it, and it's going to be mastered here in the next, I don't know, a couple of weeks, I think, and released, I'm not sure when, maybe 2 or 3 months. It's an instrumental guitar record with myself. I got Jeff Babko on keyboards, Ray Brinker on drums, and Eric Sittner on bass. They're all wonderful musicians, and I'm happy to have them on the record. And it's something I feel good about, so I'm looking forward to you all getting a chance to hear that. I hope you'll check it out when it comes out. Uh, and other news, I got a gig that I'm kind of excited about next week. I'm playing in Hollywood with this singer, Billy Vera. Billy Vera and the Beaters. He had a big hit in the 80s. He's had a lot of success, actually, but the one he's most known for is What Would You Do at This Moment? At This Moment, it's called. I'm having a hard time remembering the title, but I'm just thinking through the lyrics. Anyway, it's a great song. He's a great singer, and it's my first time playing with him, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so let's talk about how to get better at guitar. The first idea is what I would call being uncommon. You need to be uncommon. Success is not generally enjoyed by the common people. And what I mean by that is commonly people, they tend to do just enough, just what they need to do to get by, to survive, to accomplish their immediate task or, pay their bills. Right? Being uncommon means going above and beyond, being willing and able to practice and be dedicated consistently, put in the hard work. That's what I'm trying to say. Right? That's uncommon. People who really put in the effort and are successful, and you hear them out there playing around Los Angeles or wherever, they'll often be told, "Oh wow, you're so talented," and I'll guarantee you, most of them think, "No, I'm not talented. I worked my butt off. That's how I got to be as good as I am." Right? So that's what it takes. My second concept I want to share is what I call being goal oriented. And that goal should be strengthening your weaknesses, right? Not just continuing to play the same things you've played over and over again and that you're already good at. So one example of this being goal oriented in your practice would be if you're working on a new tune, and say you get halfway through the tune and you make a mistake. There's some trouble spot. Well, a lot of people just go, "Oh, I made a mistake. Let me start over at the beginning." Well, if you do that, you're just wasting your time because you already played half the tune well. You need to stop at that point where you made the mistake and figure out what the issue is, whether it's, some fingering you need to work out, or you're just not really understanding clearly what you should be playing. Figure out what the issue is and address it, work it out. Spend some time working on the problem area. That's how you're going to get better. Rather than starting over, getting to the same spot, making the same mistake again, and starting over again, right? So that would be being goal-oriented, and also I would say setting a goal for each practice session, whatever it is, whether it's working on string bending, learning a new tune, like we just talked about, improvising over a certain set of chord changes, working on sight reading, scales, learning the notes around the neck, your picking technique, whatever it is, have a goal that you're going to focus on for a practice session. The next idea I would share would be don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to put yourself in new musical situations. This is how you're going to see where your weaknesses are and what you need to work on. As an example, if you're a guitar player, most guitar players are not known for being great sight readers, right? If you're a guitar player and you go play with a big band somewhere, with a bunch of horn players, you're working in the studios, or they grew up as they were learning their instrument, they were sight reading all the time. They're generally pretty great sight readers, and I guarantee you, as a guitar player, if you go in there and you have to read some of the same lines that they're reading, it will show you what you need to work on, right? So that's an example of a new situation showing you a weakness. So don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid of learning new concepts, whether it's the cage system, learning the notes around the neck, working on your scales, learning some music theory. I've taught a lot of lessons over the years, and I've heard a lot of people, resisting the idea of learning something new, like, do I really have to learn these scales, or do I really have to know the notes on the neck? Yeah, you do. It's going to help you. It's not going to hinder you. I had one guy that I was teaching, and he sounded phenomenal when he was playing Stevie Ray Vaughan licks, He had studied with a teacher, and the guy had showed him a bunch of Stevie Ray Vaughan licks, and they sounded totally legitimate. Anytime we were playing a bluesy thing where he could play the licks that he's learned, he sounded great. But, we tried to learn some sort of new tune, work on some new concepts. He was just so resistant. I said, let's learn the cage system. Oh, no, my last teacher said that the cage system is bogus. You shouldn't learn that. And I was just like, I was shocked, I mean, it's not going to hinder you. It's just a new concept. It's a new way. The more you can visualize the neck and understand where the notes are, and just see all the chord shapes and all the scale shapes and knowing what notes you're playing, it's all going to help you. It's not going to make you worse, right? So don't be afraid to try something new. All right, these are my tips for getting better. I hope it helps. I hope you'll keep an eye out for my new record. I'll keep you posted. Thanks a lot, guys. See you on the next one.